When you need to send the perfect rose bouquet, only one brand can say they've been the floral authority for 50 years. 1-800-Flowers. Why should you trust 1-800-Flowers? They hand-select every stem to ensure top quality. And with nationwide delivery, smiles and satisfaction are 100% guaranteed. And right now, when you order a dozen multicolored roses, we'll double it at no extra cost. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Order today at 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/podcast.
Hey there, my name is Ed Placencia. Welcome to Grounds for Gaming, and I've saved you a seat. Well, hey there, how are you? I hope you are doing well. Happy Tuesday, if you're listening to this on the day that it was released. If you're not, happy whatever day it happens to be. I hope you're doing well. Did I say that already? I think I did, but that just means that I really, really mean it, right? And if you're listening to this the week that it comes out, happy August. It's August already. I don't know where July went. July was pretty busy for us. And by us, I mean my wife Sarah and I. We had a lot of family visiting all month long. We did a lot of stuff. It was very, very busy. As of this morning, the last of the family members who were visiting in town, they are on their way to Spain. I hope they're having a smooth flight. They're actually in the air right now. And that's the last of the out-of-town family, and it's kind of weird. Earlier today, Sarah and I just kind of paused and looked at each other, and we were like, wow, it's already so quiet. And I don't mean that as in we are glad that they're gone. Of course not. But it's just, it's different. When you go from a month straight of family visiting and in and out, and all of a sudden your house is much, much busier than it usually is. And then all of a sudden it's just the two of us, the two dogs and the cat. And they don't make much noise. It's noticeably quiet. We had a really nice time visiting with Sarah's family. I mentioned last week that we had them play Tangle Tower, and they came back this weekend to our place. We saw them at other places, birthday parties and what have you, but they came back to the house with the intention of finishing. But it was also the night before they were going to leave, and so there was also just a lot of talking and what have you, and they did not get to finish Tangle Tower. I don't know if it's driving me crazier or them, because they're very, very invested. I know I mentioned last week they really got sucked into the story and the mystery of it all. I wouldn't be surprised if Tangle Tower comes up again the next time we hang out. And speaking of Tangle Tower, gosh, I need to apologize. I have not touched the mermaid mask since last week. I just want to sit down and be able to enjoy it. I had initially planned on streaming it, but I think I want to just really pay attention and take in the game itself. So I'll probably play it off stream, but hold me to this, please. This week, I want to get back into the mermaid mask. I might even start it over from the beginning just to kind of refresh my mind, take in the story, and just let it unfold and try to pick up on clues and be the sleuth I always wished I could be. So yes, please hold me accountable. If you are in the Grounds for Gaming Discord, I don't know, Thursday, drop me a line and ask me if I've started it or if I'm playing it. Keep me in check. We need that in our lives. We got to keep each other in check, Other than that, I know I told you I wasn't going to bring up the Overwatch Battle Pass anymore, but it's kind of entertaining to me that I was really struggling to try to hit level 200 before the season ended. I blew past, I think I'm at 227 now, so apparently it was never going to be an issue, but man, I am still over-caffeinated and I am having so much fun. When I'm playing Overwatch on my own, I'm not streaming or anything. I'm just sitting here quietly shooting and pew-pewing, and I'm not really but as soon as I turn on the stream, I feel like I need to entertain. So my reactions get a lot bigger, a lot of what kind of stuff that doesn't really happen. But, I'm trying to keep everyone engaged because I know I have a tendency to really focus in on the game, and it isn't until I'm dead and respawning that I can glance over and look at chat and see what everyone's been saying. So I thought, you know what? We have this bingo game that we play on the stream. It's like Overwatch Bingo, and people can play it if they like. It's, there's no charge or anything. You just click on a little icon on the screen and you get a little bingo card, and then I'll check things off as certain things happen in the game. And I thought, you know what? Let's try to reward those people who are sticking around and putting up with my shenanigans, as I say. And so this month, for the month of August, if you play bingo, everyone, you get points if you win. If you don't win, you still get points. And I was like, you know what? Whoever wins the bingo tournament in August, at the end of August, whoever's at the number one on the leaderboard and on the bingo leaderboard, I'm going to send them an Overwatch hat. It's the least I can do. Thank you for sticking around and listening to my shenanigans and watching my horrible, horrible aim. I can't even imagine what it's like trying to watch me shoot someone. It's really, really bad. Sarah and I have both been playing a little bit of House Flipper. We are both playing on two different PS5s, and so we each have, our own separate save, and she's branching out. She's going into the farm territory now. I'm kind of sticking to the, I think I'm sticking to the as DLCs were released territory, but it's just a really nice way to just chill and listen to the da-da-da-dun-dun-da-dun-dun. Da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Man, you hear that music and it's like instant relaxation. And what's really funny is that Sarah was playing House Flipper, and the Tatmans, her sister and their family, came into the house and they heard the music and they were like, "Oh, House Flipper." So it's just really neat. How neat. What am I, Kevin Costner in Truth or Dare? It's just really cool how a little tune of music can instantly take you to that place of just chill. So thank you, House Flipper, for being a place of just chill. Speaking of games I still need to get back into, I do want to start Wax Heads over again. It's still on my PS5. I played a little tiny bit of it, about an hour, I believe. And that's another game that, you know what? I'm just going to play this on my own. I want to be able to focus and take in this story. And so I'll probably play that off stream as well. I did pick up Avowed, which came out earlier this year. I didn't really know much about it, but I'm having a really, really good time with it. It's put out by Obsidian, and it's a fantasy ? Game. It kind of reminds me of Crimson Desert, where there are swords and all of a sudden guns. And I'm enjoying the gameplay. I'm enjoying the RPG elements. I'm enjoying the spells and the sword that I found by beating some other guy who was working on a statue that was going to be bad news, and I didn't let him do it. Well, now I have his sword. But it's just been really fun running around. I couldn't tell you really what's going on in the game. All I know is that it's fun to walk around the village, get quests from people, and then go do them. The combat's a lot of fun. I really like the exploration. And because it's a fantasy game, all of the names and places and all the proper nouns really are just words I've never heard of. It's very fantasy in that regard. Like, oh, Gorgonspiel wants you to fight the Blurgargs. And it's when you put in that many proper nouns in one sentence, and none of those proper nouns are words I've heard before, you're going to lose me. So again, it's a very minor, not even a complaint, just I don't know what's going on, and I think that's the reason why, but I am having fun playing it. It's kind of another one of those, you know what? I'm just going to play Avowed for a little bit and just kind of chill out and zone and go over to this place and maybe fight a spider. I really, really like it. I don't think I've talked to anyone who's played it, so I went in pretty blind, and I'm about 22 hours in so far, and I'm really, really having a good time. 1 second here while I take a sip of my espresso, because I'm fancy like that. This, of course, Square One candy bar blend. Square One, out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's spelled Lancaster, and everywhere else in the States, Lancaster, California, it's Lancaster. But in Lancaster, it's pronounced Lancaster. But my wife Sarah and I were living in Lancaster for about 10 years. This last stint, I've lived in Pennsylvania before, and we came to know the owners of Square One Coffee, Jess and Josh Steffi, and they really, all of my coffee nerdness really came from them. They do coffee right. Jess was actually a judge for the national and international barista competitions. I don't know if she's still doing it, but she knows her stuff. And then Square One would have classes where they would just do what's called a cupping and give you different coffees to taste and tell you what the flavor notes were you were looking for. Kind of like a crash course in, like wine tasting. And a lot of things I learned about coffee, I learned from Square One. So yeah, that's what I'm drinking this week. Again, Square One Candy Bar Blend. What are you drinking? You told me. In the Grounds for Gaming Discord. And hey, if you want to join the Grounds for Gaming Discord, you totally can. There's a link in the show notes. Just click on that or copy paste that and you're in. And there you can tell me what you're drinking in the very cleverly named What Are You Drinking Discord channel. Lord Zukor says, right now I'm drinking a Texas Pecan Blend, which is kind of a gimmick coffee from Coffee Bound in Texas. But the reason I decided it was time to join the Discord is because I decided it was finally time to try this candy bar blend that Ed keeps raving about. We're going to try it in a French press tonight with some church staff friends. Lord Zukor, how do they like it? Oh, you make me so proud, man. You make me so proud. Fuzzhead23 Chris said, nice, sunny, and warm day today. Drinking my third glass of stock cold brew with a splash of caramel. That sounds nice. That sounds nice. And Tim Paulin just posted a picture of him holding a Garage Beer Classic Light Beer. I think I'm going to have some time to really focus on tackling the games that I mentioned earlier, Avowed, Wax Heads, The Mermaid Mask, because there isn't a ton that I can think of in August coming out that I really have my eye on. But in September, I'm going to have to pass the plate and get a collection going because it's going to be a lot. The first thing coming out on September 3rd, and of course all of these dates could change at any time. So as of now, these are current. I'm using the thisweekinvideogames.com. I'm on their website looking at the release dates. September 3rd, Bandai Namco is releasing The Blood of Dawn Walker. I'm really excited for this. I'm really super excited. I read an article in Game Informer about this game, and ever since, before when I first saw it, I was like, whatever. But I read the article and kind of gave a really deep dive into it. I'm kind of stoked about this game. So that's on September 3rd. September 9th, I don't know that I'll get it, but it's a game I've been very jealous of others because I'm not a PC gamer. I primarily game on the PS5, and Valheim was a game that came out on PC, and it kind of took everyone by storm. And September 9th, that's coming out for PS5. I don't know that I'll grab it day one, but I'm kind of glad that it's out or going to be out for us, and I'm sure at some point it will be mine. September 15th, Marvel's Wolverine from Insomniac. I mean, come on. It's Marvel, it's Wolverine, it's Insomniac. Of course I'm there. Of course I'm there. September 22nd, another game kind of like Valheim that I have my eye on. It seems very, very interesting. I've never seen a Dune film. I had to read Dune when I was in junior high. And because of that, I've avoided anything Dune related ever since. We were in Dune forever, and I got so sick of it. I hear the movies are great. I probably should give them a chance, but Dune Awakening comes out September 22nd, and it does kind of seem pretty interesting. I'll definitely keep my eye on that. And of course, the last of the big games I've had my eye on in September 24th, Control Resonant from Remedy. I'm so excited to pick up on this story from where it left off, find out what's going on. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So Control Resonant Those are my big games that I'm looking forward to. What about you? What do you have your eye on that's coming out in the next few months? Maybe it's something coming out in August, maybe it's something coming out in September or October, but in the next couple of months here, what games have your eye? Let me know. You can reply to my posts on Twitter or on Blue Sky, or of course, you can swing by the Grounds for Gaming Discord, again, link in the show notes, and check out the Answers channel, and let me know, what game are you looking forward to? Last week, I asked you how was your summer, if there were any highlights to share, and you let me know. I appreciate that. Cassilus in the Discord said, I've had a different summer than typical for me because I've been on maternity leave. Because of that, I've gotten to focus on spending time with my kids. One highlight is joining a mom's Bible study group that meets in the summer outside while our kids play in the yard. And on top of that, I still have my birthday to look forward to before summer is officially over. Josh Stapleton said, summer's been good on the whole, no big trips, but my oldest son got out the door for a 2-year church mission to Guatemala. Side note, please have him bring me back some coffee. Guatemalan coffee is my favorite coffee in the world. Thank you in advance. And the rest of the family is getting used to our new normal. Lots of swimming, gaming, and chilling at home this summer. Looking forward to take a vacation in the fall. You know what? Speaking of that, Josh, my wife Sarah and I are going to get away at the end of this month. At the end of August, we found a little cabin in Hocking Hills, Ohio. I'd never heard of it before, but we mentioned it to our friends and they're like, oh, Hocking Hills, that's beautiful. So we're going to Hocking Hills, and I found a really nice little cabin that also allows pets. So we're going to bring the dogs with us, and it should be a lot of fun. So that'll be a few weeks from now, but I'm sure I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Back to your answers. Grunhellhammer. Summer has been decent. My wife and I got new jobs and we're working for the same company. We're able to balance work and home life so that work doesn't encroach, but when we get home, we're exhausted. We're appreciative of the jobs the Lord's blessed us with, but man, are we tired. We're also working in new routines, which will take a while, and part of that is working out at least 3 times a week, which has been hit and miss, but the fact is we're going. No vacations yet since we got the new jobs, but that's okay. In the gaming realm, it's mainly been Silksong, which has been great, but I'm ready to be finished with it. Grand, you know what? I love that you mentioned in your workout routine that you don't always get it, but you're still going, and I love that. A lot of people really tend to beat themselves up if they miss a day in their workout. It's all right. Just go again. Just go the next time. That's what's great, is there's always another day where you can go. So if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up about it. It sounds like you're not, which is awesome. Just go the next day. Fuzzhead23, Chris said, summer's been good so far. My brother, his wife, and son live in the Bahamas, and they came to Ontario for their yearly visit in early July. Was wonderful to spend time face-to-face instead of just video chatting. Any time together is good, but sharing meals and real-time doing things together is always so much better, right? And finally, Tim Paulin said, summer is flying by. Good times include tractor pulling, visiting my brother, and moving kids 2 hours away. Be glad when this week is over. I'm off for 10 days. Tim, you need to finish at least 4 games in that 10-day period. I guess they should be fairly short games, huh? And finally, over on Blue Sky, the Winter Gamer said, just spending time with my daughter, definitely a pure joy to watch her grow. You guys, thanks so much for your answers. I love hearing about how your summer went. If, again, you want to let me know which games you've got your eye on coming up in the next month or so, definitely let me know. You can hit me up on the socials or over on that Discord. We've got a really nice group of people over there. They're very friendly. Hop into that Answers channel and let me know, what are you looking forward to? Hey, thanks for spending some time with me today. I do appreciate it. Grounds for Gaming will be right here when you're ready for another conversation, and your seat will always be waiting.